Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. This is the final mission in the main scenario of 4.3. Under the moonlight, 5,000 bucks. We bid farewell to Doma, and we say hello once again to Alamigo. I think it's time we were going, don't you? Doing what we can here, and there's a lot to report. But before we head back to the Raising Stones, let's call in at Rogger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos after everything we went through. Probably. Alright. Peace out, Hien. Doma owes you a great debt, my friend. Thanks to you, we have everything we need to prosper. You and Anise must promise us to visit again soon. And Alphino too, when he returns from the Empire. Know that my thoughts go with him. Yup, Igiri. However far his pilgrimage may take him, he has not seen the last of Gosetsu. Of that I am certain. Sure, we'll probably see him again. Rogger's Reach. I'll just teleport from here. Alright. Rogger's Reach time. Though it doesn't make sense that Lise would be in Rogger's Reach. Wouldn't she be in Alamigo? Pesky Peddler? What's that for? I think that's just world building story quest, which is quite nice. Let me know if you guys want me to do those sort of side quests. I would I'd happily do them if you guys wish to see them. I mean, I'm going to do them anyway, so. Alright, Lise, I gotta tell you about, you know, Xenos. Up. Strife, Alizé, you're back. No Alphino? It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will most certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that... if this is a joke... God, it had better be a joke. It's not a joke. Look, I know what I saw, right? We all saw it. And here you're saying he's alive and well? And living the high life back in Garlemald? But how ludicrous this sounds. I am having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of the Imperial Envoy, I am inclined to trust Strife's. What he saw at the Crown Prince through the Echo is a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. No, it mustn't have been. I don't know. Some kind of really convincing imposter? Xenos is dead. We had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and so I went through the trouble of desecrating that bastard's grave, remember? The gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Oh. So Thancred. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on. Just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wandering my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but some suggestion that as late as the Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, I suggest a quick look inside his coffin. It's the first order of business. As much as I hated that man, it doesn't feel right. Defiling his grave. If we put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. when there are no curious eyes about, we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhove in the Loaches. I can't even say Loaches anymore without laughing to myself. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked, so not to upset the locals. And it shouldn't be too hard for him. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. I'm going grave digging in a lovely dress. Okay. To the lectures it is. To the locks. Gonna need to fly, I suspect. It's probably quite a distance. Whereabouts is it? Oh, it is quite a distance, isn't it? It's inside the grave. Okay. So we've got Head's Graveyard. So Xenos is still alive. How is he still alive? How do we think that he might actually still be somehow alive? Because I mean, we already know that killing somebody with the Echo is not like the easiest thing to do in the world. But he killed himself. So I feel like it's got to be an Ascian, right? It's got to be an Ascian inside his body. Surely. This is it. God, he had better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off. Oh, I thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied. Well then, we presented with one course of action, and we had best be sure not to observe the doing of it. Shall we begin? I guess. It's raining, so that's good. It's our good ambience.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Oh dear, indeed. That oh dear is from the trailer, I think. So they were trying to mislead us with the
Must be somewhere.
the Guardian guy.
Isn't walking around.
Who is this guy, I wonder? There's no corpse, then are we to conclude that the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind, at least. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lead a to a tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms with taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying that an Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems at least a distant possibility. Once I have put this grave back, we may found it. I shall pay a visit to the people and responsible for the interior of the crowned prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if the body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Zedos is properly dead. If he wasn't, there was some trick. He is as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rubans needs to hear about this. If you find anything else out, send word to me at Rauga's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we're due to another crisis. Shall we take for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. Alright, off we go. Oh, they're here. Dope. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianja over Link Pearl, and I gave him a full report. The soldier is on her way. We should be here any... What coincidence, what a coincidence, plot timing. Alizé, Strife, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news do you have from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Zeus' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Strife? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that wisdom extend to the question of his own safety? Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into enemy stronghold and shadowy web of paragons, like as not. When it comes to making rash decisions, I am hardly in position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Under the moonlight. 5,000 gil. So I guess we will not hear anything until Alphino sends word, which should be in about 3 months gameplay time. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. Oh good, we get to see more stuff. More plot. We cannot suffer Elcons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More clear than the Econ in question was suddenly dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the right beyond repenting. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. A junkyard. Oh, it's in the castrum. Huh? What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. Well, perhaps he is not a friend indeed, but a foe. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Ah! Sorry, I was delayed. I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There, upon a stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness, and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. Who the fuck is that? If anyone has any theories of who that is, by all means. What the fuck is with like a little leg situation going on? If anyone has any suggestions or ideas of who that might be, let me know in the comments below. We have another quest. We're seeing the Dawn. It wasn't the last quest. We got this one where we get Ponder. Sure, let's do it. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose what we can do now is wait for word from Alphinaud. Huh. I don't really recall the last time I had nothing pressing to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it, shall we? Put on some tea? Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with a tale of your adventures in the Far East, and your encounter with a new primal especially. Is this just like a victory lap? Do we really need one right now? I'll put the kettle on then. The table looks free. If you take a seat. Oh, this one here. Okay, sure. Riol is going to hear what it says. Upon sitting upon the cell, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Recommend a significant amount of time for them all to play. You know what? Fuck it, right? Every other episode has been like 25, 30 minutes, even an hour long. Let's fucking do it. Interesting. So this Tsukiyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via a medium and a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods or kami reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behove us to begin a catalogue of such relics, but it may contain a threat which require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. And maybe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help them prevent their further summonings in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome a representative expert on amphithology. Greetings! Can it be I'm in time for some tea? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigation went. Flashback time. No, maybe not. They just didn't want to show him sitting down. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhoe's gravekeepers. They all told me much the same story. Once Lise and her officers had confirmed Zeus is dead, his corpse was intended under the strict supervision. There seems no reason to doubt on the testimony on that point. But when I mentioned the defacement of Zeus's grave, accounts a few rather more vague. None reported having seen anything suspicious. Persons in the vicinity, and all ashamed to act as the same permitted by a vengeful Alamegan considerary. I don't know. However, I was able to confirm that when the offending scroll was removed as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By the stage, just like the corpse was already missing. So when it was like defiled earlier and it was all scribbled on, they took the body. Assuming Zeus has not in fact risen from the dead, We were left with two possible possibilities. Either the body was disposed of and led to the credence of the carbs of an extremely commended imposter, or an Ascian has taken up residence within it, which is probably the more likely one, in my opinion. If a she was the fervent as a fervent devotee, as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation. However committed, he must assume that we are dealing with an Ascian, proceeded accordingly. Or perhaps it's like, because he has the echo, there's like a weird like mix there. Like his augmented echo, right? So it's a bit odd. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are we waiting for Alphonard and Galamode? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of their infestation. We gonna see how Alphonard's doing now? Meanwhile, the Imperial hypersonic assault craft. Oh my god. There they go, look. All clicking away. He's thinking pretty hard about something. Master Alphino, making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can't see naught from my cabin, and I was curious to know what land which we were flying over. I'm afraid the military craft was built with little thought for such niches. I am happy to indulge your curiosity, however. We are presently passing over the burn of the western edge of Offard. Even with the benefit of the porthole, your gaze would be greeted with naught but moms upon moms. Lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of aether. Aye. It is believed that the succession of the Elkin summonings was responsible. Probably not the Gallians whatsoever. When Emperor Solus first came to Offard, he beheld this blight. He is said to have relayed to a scale of his devotion, the destination even. Devastation. Fucking awful. He declared econs a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree ordering the execution of such entitles. He wants all the primals dead. Is there a threat? They just absorb aether. Huh? Report! We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor. No visible designation. Magitech? But who? Ah. All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor has been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it. They knew exactly where to hit us. All hands brace for impact. Alphino! He's dead. He never made it to Galamode. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece. More or less. But, man, look at these guys. See, these guys seem to be okay. But the air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. See, now they could do a little bit of a gameplay thing here and let you play as Alphino. Give you like 5 skills, you know, nothing major. Just let you play like a little segment as Alphino. escaping from the ship, you know? Something like that. Whoa. Commence battle on Embassy Dawn. There was 6. Okay. Really? Don't not work. Please do not work. For fuck's sake, is this really a problem? Are we having Alfredo Savage fucking 72? Son of a bitch. Interesting, however. Okay, I will finish this off tomorrow. I will come and record the rest of this tomorrow because I'm not clicking and waiting forever for this to not work, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching. We will finish this tomorrow. As always, leave a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.